Portuguese education operates within a framework that balances centralized oversight with increasing autonomy at the school level. While traditionally seen as a highly centralized system, recent reforms have introduced measures to grant schools more flexibility in curriculum management and pedagogical practices. Key features of autonomy in Portuguese school education. 1. Curriculum and pedagogical flexibility. The Project for Autonomy and Curriculum Flexibility, PACF, launched in 2017, allows schools to voluntarily redesign curricula to align with the student's profile by the end of compulsory schooling. This initiative promotes tailored learning experiences, particularly for students at risk of dropping out or non-native Portuguese speakers. Decree Law 55/2018 further extended autonomy to school clusters, enabling them to manage teaching schedules and adapt curriculum content to local needs. 2. Decentralized governance. School clusters, agrupamentos de escolas, have administrative autonomy, including managing teaching and non-teaching staff. Municipalities are responsible for infrastructure, school maintenance, and meal provision. 3. Streamlined educational pathways. Secondary education spans 3 years, grades 10 to 12, and offers general, artistic, and vocational courses. Students can choose between science humanities streams or technical vocational tracks, with some programs including internships. Schools maintain autonomy in tailoring these pathways to meet both academic and labor market demands. 4. Challenges to autonomy. Despite reforms, the system retains elements of centralization, such as national exams determining graduation and higher education access. The PACF faces challenges in fully implementing its goals due to entrenched traditional pedagogies and varying levels of stakeholder engagement across schools. Conclusion. While Portuguese school education remains influenced by centralized structures, recent reforms have made notable strides in granting schools greater autonomy. These efforts aim to foster innovation, equity, and adaptability in preparing students for higher education and the workforce. However, achieving full autonomy is an ongoing process constrained by systemic challenges.
Portugal has made significant strides in promoting equality and inclusion in its education system, underpinned by progressive legal frameworks and policies. However, challenges remain in ensuring consistent implementation across schools and addressing disparities. Key developments in equality and inclusion. 1. Comprehensive legal framework. Portugal is recognized for having one of the most inclusive education legislations among OECD countries. The cornerstone is Decree Law 54/2018, which redefines inclusive education as a system-wide reform aimed at meeting the needs of all students, rather than focusing solely on those with special education needs. This law emphasizes the removal of labels for students with SEN, instead categorizing them based on the type of support they require. 2. Mainstreaming inclusion. Since 2008, all children, including those with physical or intellectual disabilities, have been integrated into mainstream classrooms. This approach was expanded in 2018 to encompass broader factors of exclusion, such as language barriers or socio-economic disadvantages. Schools are equipped with learning support centers and can access expertise from resource centers for inclusion, which provide professional support for teachers and students. 3. Focus on equity. Programs like the Priority Intervention Educational Territories Program, TATE, target vulnerable groups, including Roma students and those from immigrant backgrounds, to reduce disparities in educational outcomes. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Portugal distributed computers and internet access to ensure continuity of learning for disadvantaged students. 4. Decentralization and flexibility. Recent reforms grant schools greater autonomy to adapt curricula to local needs, fostering a more inclusive environment tailored to diverse student populations. Challenges in implementation. 1. Teacher training. A significant proportion of Portuguese teachers lack training in inclusive education practices, limiting their ability to effectively address diverse classrooms. 2. Inconsistencies across schools. Classroom practices vary widely within and between schools, leading to inequalities in how inclusive education is implemented. Some stakeholders still associate inclusion primarily with SEN students, resisting broader interpretations of diversity. 3. Governance issues. Decentralization efforts have created ambiguities in accountability and coordination between central authorities, municipalities, and schools. This has slowed progress in implementing inclusive policies uniformly. Conclusion. Portugal's commitment to equality and inclusion in education is evident through its comprehensive policies and innovative practices. However, achieving true equity requires addressing gaps in teacher training, governance clarity, and consistent application of inclusive principles across all schools. Continued investment in capacity building and stakeholder collaboration will be crucial for sustaining progress.